Council meetings are long and boring. Wouldn't it be great if they were short and unboring? This is why I have invented the 5-minute meeting. I did it. 5 minutes. Boom. There's music's going on here. Graphics, it's gonna be big, really big graphic stuff. And then, boom. Hey, Jim Falkenstein here with the Ashland 5-minute meeting of June 21st. We started off the meeting. This guy, not here, don't know why, gone. But we go right to the James Ragland Spirit Award. Boy, this one says, she goes, hey, this is being presented posthumously to a guy named Mike Hirsch. Apparently, he volunteered for a different group every day for the last 20 years. So that award was presented to his wife. And then the Alan Bates Public Service Award, this guy goes, he opened up his thesaurus, as he loves to do, and he just read a bunch of words. And then this one, the mayor had to go, by the way, what he meant to say was, this award goes to her. And then, so she won that award. And then, boom, then the band person didn't show, so they didn't talk about the band, thank goodness. And then public forum. A high school girl showed up and said, electricity in buildings is better than natural gas. And then a woman with a buffalo on her shirt said, I am also against natural gas in houses. And then a white-haired lady said, I'm submitting a video of the first Juneteenth celebration we had last weekend because it was fantastic. And a woman in glasses said, volunteering at the food bank, I realized that city master plans are great. And then a woman on Zoom with no dog on her floor, sometimes she has a dog, no dog today, and she says she's asking employees to pay into their PERS, retirement fund, and that when she asks, that's constantly dismissed by the city, but we need to bite the bullet and do that. And then the city manager's report, the pallet shelters over on East Main, they were passed on to Jobs with Justice and a nonprofit group. And then any meeting between July 5th and August 10th, the council is going to need to decide on the referendum that they would like to put on the November ballot for the food and beverage tax split. And the city attorney said there are 2 initiatives in the work, and initiatives are not a referendum. There's by any group in the city can just get enough signatures to put an initiative on the ballot. And so 2 of those are in the works as well about the food and beverage tax, but they all need to have their paperwork in by August 10th, FYI. And then this guy, oh, here you go. Here's a good one. He goes, yeah, me and this one, yeah. We met, a little group we put together outside of the council. And then I got 3 of my best friends over at Parks and Rec, and we just had this meeting, and we decided that the city referendum should be whatever Parks and Rec wants, which is 100% of food and beverage tax, and so should all go to parks. That's what we decided. And then this one goes, I'm worried about having 2 competing ordinances on the same ballot. And this one goes, I like 2 competing ordinances on the same ballot. And this one goes, I don't know why we're not working together. And she goes, I don't know why we're not listening to each other, and we should be open to more ideas. She said it with a face that didn't feel open to new ideas. And then this one said, quick recap. She said, she goes, we have 2 proposals. Parks wants all the money, 100% of all food and beverage tax. And the city wants at least 75% of that to then share with the other people and stuff. And this one goes, our secret group was totally cool, by the way, and we're just trying to follow the rules, and that's why we never told the mayor of the city or the city manager. And so then she goes, oh, really? Legally wise, I could have been there, so I called bullshit on that. And so she did call bullshit on that. And then this one says, he goes, I move we have an ordinance written up for July 5th for us to vote on that gives all the food and beverage tax to parks. And it was approved 1. She said, thumbs down on that. And then so this one goes, I move we also have an ordinance written up and brought to council on July 5th for us to vote on that gives only 25% to parks and 75% goes to the city. And there was a lot of complaining, but that was all approved. And then consent agenda, item 1 was approved. Item 2, this guy didn't like the grammar in the vision statement, so he had 5 notes. And then she goes, if we're doing notes on grammar, I'm in. So she had notes, so all those dumb notes were approved. And then item 3 was something about electrical utility wildfire grant plan. That was approved. And then miscellaneous fee adjustments. Exciting. Fans of huge spreadsheets. This was a lot of cost of living increases on all city fees, and this one said, so if we don't approve all these increases, are you going to have to fire some people, right? And the city planner said, well, not me. And then the public works guy sat to him next to him and went, yeah, me neither. And so she goes, I'd say I think we approve all of this except for number 4 and number 10. Don't know what those were, don't know what it all was, but this one said no, and it still passed 4-1. Then the tourism grants to nonprofits. Some woman said, this is happening, and then gave 0 details. And then this one recused herself because her group applied for a grant. And so $80,000 went to some collection of groups supposedly bringing tourism. All approved. And then approval of a janitorial contract with the rehab group Pathways. The Parks guy showed up. No one's ever met this guy before. And everyone's like, who are you? Are you with Pathways? He goes, no, I'm working at the Parks. And this is his first meeting. And he goes, hey, trash is an issue and we're trying to manage it. So we let 2 full-time employees go a couple years ago, and we contracted with Pathways to do our garbage stuff. And this one goes, oh, Pat, garbage, trash is a problem. I get emails of photos of overflowing garbage cans. And this one goes, and she goes, hey, is Pathways saving us money? That was the whole point, I think. And then the Parks guy goes, oh, well, those 2 guys we fired, that was $171,000 a year for those 2 guys. So now we're paying $181,000 a year for Pathways. And Mary goes, all right, so we're paying a $204,000 garbage contract, and garbage is piling up. I feel a little weird about that. And then this is about when I fell asleep because they started talking about workbooks for some reason. And then when I woke up, this guy says, he goes, I move we approve this garbage contract. And this one got super emotional about living wages and progressive values and the value of work and people she knows who work, and I approve the garbage contract. And then this one says, I also know poor people who do work like this. And then it was approved 4-1, so there you go. And then this guy, pedicab, we got here, wait. And then, that's what I do. And then, so the pedicab, the city of Ashland attorney says there's an ordinance to amend our ordinances, something like that, and to allow one of those 14-passenger bicycle beer bikes in town. And they checked with the police chief, and he goes, I'm all for it. Yeah. And right? And so this one goes, she goes, hey, that's a great thing. Everyone loves that. I'm sure the Chamber of Commerce suggested that, right? They landed this sweet deal. And the city manager said, no, actually it was, where'd he go? It was this guy. This guy set that up. So that's the guy who set it all up. And she knew. She was leading that question along. She knew he did it. And then, but that's cool, right? He did that. And that's all approved. Everyone loves that. And then the drinking water loan amendment. We got $14 million loan in 2016, and the state wants to change some language to reduce it, but then we can apply for another loan. So we'll give you a break on our first loan, as long as you go for loan number 2, city. And the city's like, yeah, we can take 2 loans out. That's going to be great. All approved. And then this one said something about the Yellow Sea Group was cool. I don't know what it was. And then this one said Loma Katsi Summer Youth Program is in its 10th year, and they are awesome. That was the end of the meeting. You're welcome.